And we're back. Now, this is, I guess, number 2 or number 3 in our series of recommendations for my friend with long haul COVID, of really hyper nourishing and supporting the physical body so it can begin to heal from whatever's going on inside after the infection with this pathogen. We went over dietary recommendations. Now we're going to hit supplements. I, for the longest time, was one who said, no, I'm eating healthy enough. I don't need supplements and vitamins because I'm eating well enough outside of that. Well, unfortunately, because of the state of the ground that most of our food is grown in now, it's been very depleted of all of its minerals and good stuff. And it's really, really hard unless you grow almost all of your own food in, organic, well-nourished soil. It's nearly impossible to get all of the vitamins and minerals that we need. So supplementing has made a big difference. I think I'm on about year 3 now and can tell, wow, it really has made a difference. But you need to be mindful of the quality of what you're buying. There is a difference between buying a bottle of one a day at Walmart or buying a, big fancy high octane multivitamin from a good reliable source. So that being said, again, healing and really hyper nourishing and supporting a human body is not cheap and easy, or we would all do it and we would all be incredibly healthy. But I'm going to share with you what has worked for me. Again, that's all I have that I can share is here is what has worked for me and why. Again, these make up for the low levels of nutrients that are in our current food supply. All right, and I do these almost daily. Sometimes I skip a day here and there, but almost daily. A high quality multivitamin. And with any of these that I'm recommending, your best choice is anything that's liquidy because it's going to be absorbed really quickly in your body and effectively. Multivitamins, there are liquid multivitamins. I've tried a couple and they taste just horrible. So I do a soft gel. These are soft gels that have a liquid inside. Your hierarchy of what's easier for your body to absorb is liquid first, then a soft gel, then a capsule with powder in it, and at the bottom, the least absorbed is the solid pills, solid tablets that oftentimes multivitamins in particular come in. Is we just do not process those, completely digest those solid pills very well. So try for soft gels, try for capsules that have a powder in them when you're looking at your vitamins and supplements. Okay, high quality multivitamin. Then, this is the biggie. Vitamin C, the stress vitamin. Anytime your body's under any kind of stress, it needs some extra vitamin C. Almost all of the other creatures in the world, besides us and some primates and a couple of other animals, they make their own vitamin C. They don't have to get it from food sources or from outside their own body. Their own body makes it. For some reason, ours does not. So we require vitamin C practically every day. And yes, you can get a decent amount in your food, but the more vitamin C you can get in your body, particularly when it's ill, the quicker you can heal. So this is just what works for me. I do about 2,000 milligrams of vitamin C every single day. It keeps my body healthy, keeps my immune system very healthy and robust enough to fight off whatever may be coming down the pike for me. This is Micro C. This is from the company Vimergy, Vimergy. They have really, really high quality vitamins. Yeah, they're definitely not cheap, but I can tell that they're high quality when I take them. Be a little bit careful with your vitamin C if you have stomach issues. Ascorbic acid is what most vitamin C supplements are made out of, and that is pretty acidic and can be hard on your stomach. Ester C, you see that at just about any store. Ester C is really good. I just happen to enjoy this Micro C from Vimergy that I order online, and that's my vitamin C. And again, It's really up to you how to figure out how much you need in vitamin C. A handy way to find out that you've taken too much vitamin C or more than your body needs is your bowels get loose. So, whoops, if you get the Hershey squirts a little bit, you've taken a little too much vitamin C. You might want to back off a hair. A B complex. Where's mine? Actually, this isn't the complex. This is just B12. I usually have a liquid B that has B12 plus the other B vitamins in it. This is another one from Vimergy, so I'm just giving this one a try. And I may or may not keep using this, or I may go back to my other liquid B complex that has the other B vitamins in it as well. Most liquids, again, they are easy to absorb, so your body really enjoys it. With your B vitamins that are liquids, you drop them, take a dropper under your tongue, leave it under your tongue for a half minute or so, and then swallow it. And that's all that is. Vitamin D. Where's my vitamin D? Here it is. D3. Find vitamin D3. This is such a huge thing in immune system health. Several studies, I know the one in particular I can think of came out of Indonesia last year, as they were looking at people who were in the ICU for COVID, the sickest of who was in the hospital for COVID. And what 78% of them had in common was deficient vitamin D levels. So what an easy, simple way to help boost your immune system and maybe keep you from, even if you get something, you're not going to get as sick with it as people who are deficient in vitamin D. I take around 10,000 units per day. One of these little capsules is 5,000 units. So I take about 10 a day. That's what works for my body. You figure out what works for yours. But the recommendation is usually 5 to 15,000 units a day. Magnesium. This is really good for muscle stuff. And if your heart is kind of wonky right now with your long haul COVID, you may want to think about some magnesium. This is a magnesium glycinate. Again, this is from Vimergy. I ordered this online because magnesium supplements are notoriously difficult for our bodies to absorb. So I'm trying this magnesium glycinate, and it really seems to be doing a good job. So stay tuned with that. I'm about halfway into this bottle, but anytime there's muscular issues or anything, magnesium is really good for that. Iodine. This is my iodine. This one's called a Lugol's solution. Distilled water and potassium iodine. Iodine is really good for the immune system. Most folks don't know that because we're always told we get plenty of iodine in our iodized salt, if that's what you use is iodized salt. But I have found out that the iodine in salt is actually a little bit different kind than the kind that these drops are, that are a little bit easier for our body to work with. So I put 2 drops. That's all it takes. I mean, it takes such little iodine. So 2 drops. 1, 2 in a glass of water once a day, and that's all I need of the iodine. But it is really important in immune system function as well, plus taking care of your thyroid. Zinc, big player with the immune system, and works really well against viruses and things. This is a liquid zinc. This is zinc sulfate. And again, a liquid is easier for your body to absorb. This is a tasteless liquid that I put 2 droppers of this in a glass of water every day. And again, for your immune system, keep that immune system strong and keep the rest of your system strong so it can heal itself. Here's another one. This is just one I take. The essential fatty acids, usually it's called fish oil, that you get your omega 3, 6, and 9 essential fatty acids in. This one is a vegan, and that just means this comes from a seaweed, not fish. This comes from what the fish eat that gives them the good omegas in their fish oil. So this is from what the fish eat. And really good for your brain. That's really why I'm taking it. That was from the Grow a New Body book, as I started taking that to help my brain, help brain fog, and just good for your brain all the way around. This is one that I put this down on my advanced supplements. This is alpha lipoic acid, another one that I got from the Grow a New Body program. This is another really potent antioxidant. and oxidative damage in our bodies is part of what causes the inflammation and all that's making people sick, especially the long haul stuff. And we know that the virus itself is a horrible inflammatory, and I can't say this out loud, but I think the vaccine is the same thing, is causing a lot of inflammation inside people's bodies, but we're not supposed to say it. But still, anytime you've got oxidative stress inside your body and inflammation, good antioxidants are good. This is another one that I'm giving this one a test drive right now. I'm going to do a 2-month trial. I'm about a month into it. Astaxanthin. This comes from the seaweed, the red stuff that salmon eat that causes their flesh to turn pink. This is why salmon is pink. And it's just another high octane antioxidant that when you've got oxidative stress in your body, you've got inflammation, and that's what we're seeing in everybody is all this inflammation. So this is one. Stay tuned. Again, I'm giving this one a 2-month trial, and we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So far, so good. I'm noticing I've had a couple of injuries since I've been taking this, and I've healed really fast afterwards. I'm not sure what the natives are restless about over there, but they're making some noise. So these, again, this is a lot. It sure is. I'm not saying you have to take all of this. I'm telling you, here's what I take to keep my body completely healthy and very vibrant outside of the system of hospitals, doctors' offices, and drugstores. So these are the suggestions that I'm able to give. I think these two I didn't talk about because we talked about probiotics when I was talking about dietary stuff. These are the probiotics that I use. And you use about 5 drops at a time in a glass of water. So these little bottles will last forever. These come from a place called Ascended Health. ASCENDED health.com. This is from a microbiologist named Compton Rom that has played around with probiotics and detoxification protocols and stuff, and has come up with this little set. One of them is called Pro Alive, which is a multifunctional probiotic. One is called Active Detox Probiotic. So they actually work really well together. So those are my probiotics that I use to keep my microbiome and my gut flora happy. Wow, everybody's making a lot of noise down there. We're going to hit some advanced supplementation that I do. I do some of it. Let's say I'll do some of it. Colloidal silver. Colloidal silver is nothing more than distilled water with silver molecules. You know what? We're going to stop this and start back over when the natives settle down a little bit. So we will hit advanced supplements here in just a little bit. Let's see if I can make the machine go off again. Talk to you in a bit.